Welcome to the Bible in 1 Year with Melissa Sykes. Today, September 21st. Great thought was given to repopulating and organizing the residents of Jerusalem. Most candidates were from the tribes of Judah and Benjamin, with a few from Ephraim and Manasseh. 1 Chronicles chapter 9, verse 3. The account of 1 Chronicles begins with one particular family from Judah. Uthai, a descendant of Perez, son of Judah. 1 Chronicles chapter 9, verse 4. Temple service required an adequate representation of priests and Levites to oversee temple maintenance and to serve as gatekeepers. Therefore, the meticulous records of the Levites are referenced, and specific priests and Levites are appointed to dwell in Jerusalem. Lots are cast to identify a tenth of the returned exiles who would live in Jerusalem, while the remaining returnees settle throughout the land. God gives his leaders with the wisdom necessary to oversee the resettlement of Jerusalem and the land. The people occupied Jerusalem. Nehemiah chapter 11, verses 1 through 36. The leaders of the people were living in Jerusalem, the holy city. A tenth of the people from the other towns of Judah and Benjamin were chosen by sacred lots to live there too, while the rest stayed where they were. And the people commended everyone who volunteered to resettle in Jerusalem. Here is a list of the names of the provincial officials who came to live in Jerusalem. Most of the people, priests, Levites, temple servants, and descendants of Solomon's servants, continued to live in their own homes in the various towns of Judah. But some of the people from Judah and Benjamin resettled in Jerusalem. From the tribe of Judah: Athaiah, son of Uzziah, son of Zechariah, son of Amariah, son of Shephatiah, son of Mahalalel, of the family of Perez. Also, Messiah, son of Baruch, son of Kol-Hosez, son of Haziah, son of Adiah, son of Joarib, son of Zechariah, of the family of Shelah. There were 468 descendants of Perez who lived in Jerusalem, all outstanding men. From the tribe of Benjamin: Salu, son of Meshullam, son of Joed, son of Pedaiah, son of Koliah, son of Messiah, son of Ithiel, son of Jeshiah. After him were Gabai and Salai, and a total of 928 relatives. Their chief officer was Joel, son of Zichri, who was assisted by Judah, son of Hasanua, second in command over the city. From the priest: Jediah, son of Jorib, Jachin, and Sariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Meshullam, son of Zadok, son of Marioth, son of Ahitub, the supervisor of the temple of God. Also 822 of their associates who worked at the temple. Also Adiah, son of Jeroram, son of Pelilah, son of Amzi, son of Zechariah, son of Pashur, son of Malchijah, along with 242 of his associates, who were heads of their families. Also Amashizah, son of Azrael, son of Ahijah, son of Meshillamoth, son of Immer, and 128 of his outstanding associates. Their chief officer was Zabdiel, son of Hagdalam. From the Levites: Shemaiah, son of Hashub, son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, son of Buni. Also Shebathai and Jozabad, who were in charge of the work outside the temple of God. Also Mattaniah, son of Micah, son of Zabdi, a descendant of Asaph, who led in thanksgiving and prayer. Also Bakbukiah, who was Mattaniah's assistant, and Abda, son of Shemua, son of Galeel, son of Jeduthun. In all, there were 284 Levites in the holy city. From the gatekeepers: Akub, Talmon, and 172 of their associates, who guarded the gates. The other priests, Levites, and the rest of the Israelites lived wherever their family inheritance was located in any of the towns of Judah. The temple servants, however, whose leaders were Ziha and Gishpa, all lived on the hill of Ophel. The chief officer of the Levites in Jerusalem was Uzzi, son of Bani, son of Hashabiah, son of Mattaniah, son of Micah, a descendant of Asaph, whose family served as singers at God's temple. Their daily responsibilities were carried out according to the terms of a royal command. Pethahiah, son of Meshezabel, a descendant of Zerah, son of Judah, was the royal advisor in all matters of public administration. As for the surrounding villages with their open fields, some of the people of Judah lived in Kiriath Arba with its settlements, Dibon with its settlements, and Jekabzeel with its villages. They also lived in Jeshua, Moladeth, Beth Pelet, Hazar Shual, Beersheba with its settlements, Ziklag, and Makona with its settlements. They also lived in En Ramon, Zorah, Jarmuth, Zanoah, and Adullam with their surrounding villages. They also lived in Lachish with its nearby fields, and Azekah with its surrounding villages. So the people of Judah were living all the way from Beersheba in the south to the valley of Hinnom. Some of the people of Benjamin lived in Geba, Michmash, Aijah, and Bethel with its settlements. They also lived in Anathoth, Nob, Ananiah, Hazor, Ramah, Gittaim, Hadid, Zobeim, Nebalit, Lod, Ono, and the valley of craftsmen. Some of the Levites who lived in Judah were set to live with the tribe of Benjamin. A history of the priests and Levites, Nehemiah chapter 12, verses 1 through 26. This list begins with the priests and Levites who returned to Jerusalem with Zerubbabel in 538 BC. See Ezra chapter 2, verse 1, and sweeps down to the time of Nehemiah around 445 BC. Here is the list of the priests and Levites who returned with Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua the high priest. Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Maluk, Hattush, Shechaniah, Harim, Meremoth, Edo, Ginnathan, Abijah, Miniman, Maodiah, Bilgah, Shemaiah, Jeorib, Jediah, Selu, Amok, Hilkiah, and Jediah. These were the leaders of the priests and their associates in the days of Jeshua. The Levites who returned with them were Jeshua, Binnui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mattaniah, who with his associates was in charge of the songs of thanksgiving. Their associates, Bakbukiah and Uni, stood opposite them during the service. Jeshua the high priest was the father of Jehoiakim. Jehoiakim was the father of Eliashib. Eliashib was the father of Joiada. Joiada was the father of Johanan. Johanan was the father of Jeduah. Now when Jehoiakim was high priest, the family leaders of the priests were as follows. Moriah was leader of the family of Sariah. Hananiah was the leader of the family of Jeremiah. Meshullam was the leader of the family of Ezra. Johanan was the leader of the family of Amariah. Jonathan was the leader of the family of Maluk. Joseph was leader of the family of Shechaniah. Adnah was leader of the family of Harim. Helki was leader of the family of Meremoth. Zechariah was leader of the family of Edo. Meshullam was leader of the family of Ginnathan. Zichri was leader of the family of Abijah. There was also a leader of the family of Menamin. Piltai was leader of the family of Moadiah. Shemua was leader of the family of Bilgah. Johonathan was leader of the family of Shemaiah. Mattanai was leader of the family of Jorib. Uzi was leader of the family of Jediah. Kalai was leader of the family of Salu. Eber was leader of the family of Amok. Hashabiah was the leader of the family of Hilkiah. Nethanel was leader of the family of Jediah. A record of the Levite families was kept during the years when Eliashib, Joiada, Johanan, and Jeduah served as high priests. Another record of the priests was kept during the reign of Darius the Persian. A record of the heads of the Levite families was kept in the book of history down to the days of Johanan, the grandson of Eliashib. These were the family leaders of the Levites: Hashabiah, Sherebiah, Jeshua, Binnui, Kadmiel, and other associates who stood opposite them during the ceremonies of praise and thanksgiving, one section responding to the other, as commanded by David, the man of God. This included Mattaniah, Bakbukiah, and Obadiah. Meshullam, Talmon, and Akub were the gatekeepers in charge of the storerooms at the gates. These all served in the days of Jehoiakim, son of Jeshua, son of Jehozadak, and in the days of Nehemiah the governor, and of Ezra the priest and scribe. The returning exiles. 1 Chronicles chapter 9, verse 1b through 9. The people of Judah were exiled to Babylon because they were unfaithful to the Lord. The first of the exiles to return to their property in their former towns were priests, Levites, temple servants, and other Israelites. Some of the people from the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, Ephraim, and Manasseh came and settled in Jerusalem. One family that returned was that of Uthai, son of Ammihud, son of Omri, son of Imri, son of Bani, a descendant of Perez, son of Judah. Others returned from the Shilonite clan, including Asaiah, the oldest, and his sons. From the Zerahite clan, Jeuel returned with his relatives. In all, 690 families from the tribe of Judah returned. From the tribe of Benjamin came Salu, son of Meshullam, son of Hodaviah, son of Hasanua, Ibniah, son of Jehoram, Elah, son of Uzi, son of Mikri, and Meshullam, son of Shephatiah, son of Ruel, son of Ibnijah. These men were all leaders of clans, and they were listed in their genealogical records. In all, 956 families from the tribe of Benjamin returned. The returning priests, 1 Chronicles chapter 9, verses 10 through 13. Among the priests who returned were Jediah, Jehorab, Jachin, Azariah, son of Hilkiah, son of Meshullam, son of Zadok, son of Marioth, son of Ahitub. Azariah was the chief officer of the house of God. Other returning priests were Adiah, son of Joram, son of Pashur, son of Malchijah, and son of Masai, son of Adiel, son of Jazariah, son of Meshullam, son of Meshillemith, son of Immer. In all, 1,760 priests returned. They were heads of clans and very able men. They were responsible for ministering at the house of God. The returning Levites, 1 Chronicles chapter 9, verses 14 through 34. The Levites who returned were Shemaiah, son of Hashub, son of Azrikam, son of Hashabiah, a descendant of Merari, Bakbakar, Haresh, Galel, Mattaniah, son of Micah, son of Zikri, son of Asaph, Obadiah, son of Shemaiah, son of Galel, son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah, son of Asa, son of Elkanah, who lived in the area of Netopha. The gatekeepers who returned were Shallum, Akub, Talmon, Ahiman, and their relatives. Shallum was the chief gatekeeper. Prior to this time, they were responsible for the king's gate on the east side. These men served as gatekeepers for the camps of the Levites. Shallum was the son of Kor, a descendant of Abiasaph, from the clan of Korah. He and his relatives, the Korites, were responsible for guarding the entrance to the sanctuary, just as their ancestors had guarded the tabernacle and the camp of the Lord. Phinehas, son of Eleazar, had been in charge of the gatekeepers in earlier times, and the Lord had been with him. And later Zechariah, son of Meshilemiah, was responsible for guarding the entrance to the tabernacle. In all, there were 212 gatekeepers in those days, and they were listed according to the genealogies in their villages. David and Samuel the seer had appointed their ancestors because they were reliable men. These gatekeepers and their descendants by their divisions were responsible for guarding the entrance to the house of the Lord when that house was a tent. The gatekeepers were stationed on all four sides, east, west, north, and south. Their relatives lived in the villages, came regularly to share their duties for 7-day periods. The four chief gatekeepers, all Levites, were trusted officials, for they were responsible for the rooms and treasuries at the house of God. They would spend the night around the house of God, since it was their duty to guard it and to open the gates every morning. Some of the gatekeepers were assigned to care for the various articles used in worship. They checked them in and out to avoid any loss. Others were responsible for the furnishings, the items in the sanctuary, and the supplies, such as choice flour, wine, olive oil, frankincense, and spices. But it was the priest who blended the spices. Mattathiah, a Levite and the oldest son of Shallum, the Korite, was entrusted with baking the bread used in the offerings, and some members of the clan of Kohath were in charge of preparing the bread to be set on the table each Sabbath day. The musicians, all prominent Levites, lived at the temple. They were exempt from other responsibilities since they were on duty at all hours. All these men lived in Jerusalem. They were the heads of Levite families and were listed as prominent leaders in their genealogical records.